Do you find yourself twisting or your hips shifting to the side on the squat? On this episode, we talk about that. So, a while back I used to have a pretty bad problem it sort of crept up on me over time, where when my squats used to get heavy, I used to sort of twist, I used to helicopter as I used to come up, and it would only come about when, you know, the weights used to get really heavy, like 85% of my max and above. And when I spoke to a couple of different chiros and physios and things like that, nobody really gave me a straight answer. Got a couple of ideas, but didn't really get a straight answer from anybody. Nothing really fixed it. So I decided to take it upon myself to get some stuff done and sort of based on my own experiences and my own instincts, see if I can get it fixed myself. And I had a feeling that it's simply because of differences in strength from one side to the other, whether it be, you know, the legs themselves, the quads, hamstrings, and also the glutes. So after I finished the World Championships, I came back and, you know, started just getting into more recreational training, did some weightlifting, and then after the weightlifting I decided to go up to the 93 kilo division, and that meant that I had to do a couple of solid cycles of just basic hypertrophy work, which I'm still doing on the way to national championships coming up. Now, what I wanted to do was something that I've never done really for a long time, and I hadn't done it for a long time because I was always regularly active as a competing powerlifter since about the end of 2010 till, you know, 7-8 months ago. I would have regular competitions, and so I would always regularly be in strength blocks. And this had a negative effect in many ways in my progress. And even though I instinctively knew that it would, because of the busy schedule of lifting and stuff like that I had, I never really changed things. And thank God that my sort of plan as a lifter sort of changed. I wanted to go from 83s to 93s, and so it sort of forced me to go back into hypertrophy training once again. So all I did was, for you guys out there, if you're having the same problem, this is what I did and what worked for me. I just threw in for 3 or 4 cycles back to back, so 3-4 months back to back. I just did purely lots of single leg variations of normal lifts. As many lifts as I could take for the lower body, for the hamstrings, for the quads, for the hips. I just transferred it into single leg stuff, single leg variations of it. So the reverse hyperextension, I did single leg work of that. Different types of lunges. I did single leg work, obviously, lunges themselves. Even like leg extensions and hamstring curls, I did a lot of single leg variations of them. And alongside that, I also did a lot of hip work. Bilateral, so just normal hip thrusts I threw in there, which is something that I'd always wanted to do but never really did. Now coming out the other side of those 3-4 blocks of just constant single leg work of the lower body, I almost don't feel the twist in the squat at all anymore. And all of this was done without any like band distraction work or any activation work or anything like that. I didn't do any crab walks. I didn't do any like glute activation work before training or anything like that. I just focused on unilateral work and getting my hips really strong. And not only did it help me in my squat, getting rid of the movement problem, but it also made my deadlift much stronger as well in certain parts that before there were a weakness. So if you're having that problem, try it out. Hopefully it helps you as well, and let us know how it goes.
Hey guys, welcome to Just a Tip. Today I want to talk about how often you should max test